Hi friends, it's Lauren Taylor. Thanks for joining me today in my craft room. I'm grateful to have you here for a card making video. Today is SheetLoad Rewind Day, where a few of us on the SheetLoad creative team hop along using a previously released SheetLoad of card sketch to bring you some more inspiration for those older sketches. This month we are featuring August 2022. For my cards today, I'm digging pretty deep in my stash and grabbing some old supplies that I've been, hoarding and keeping and holding on to, but haven't used in a while. So I am using some pattern paper. This is a retired pack from Stampin' Up called A Little Latte. I have some Speckletone cardstock in Kraft and Madero Beach, and I'm going to bring in some Pashmina, a light gray cardstock later on. I'm going to use a couple products from Sizzix, the Woodgrain Tim Holtz 3D Texture Fade Embossing Folder, and the Cafe Tim Holtz Colorize Thinlits. I followed the August 2022 sketch and cut my cardstock and my pattern paper following the guides given from Craftial, the creator of the SheetLoad of cards. And I'm going to show you how I put together just one of these cards today. I will show you a little sneak peek at how I adapted this card sketch. This card sketch makes 12 cards and I made 11 exactly to the sketch with my own little twist. And then for the 12th and final card, I actually adapted it to fit my Kraft Roulette project from this past Friday's episode. So I'm following the sketch by putting my pattern paper first onto this lighter Speckletone cardstock. I use 3 different designs like the sketch suggests, so I'm alternating between which pattern papers are in which area of my card design. But again, just going to show you one of them. So I have that coffee kind of paper as my background panel here, and then I use the blue striped as the longer rectangle, and then the kind of coffee stain, like coffee cup stains on that little piece on the right. For the cardstock piece that I'm using, which is going to be the sentiment or the image as shown on the SheetLoad sketch, I'm going to run a few of these at a time since they fit in the wood grain texture fade embossing powder, which is going to give me a little bit of a wood element and just some texture and interest to this card, bringing in a little bit more of a realistic look to my more, I guess, not really cartoony, because it's not cartoony, but less realistic looking, pattern paper. For my main focus of the card, I'm going to be using the Cafe Colorize Thinlits from Tim Holtz and Sizzix. I die cut most of the dies out of the lighter Madero Beach Speckletone cardstock, but I did die cut the coffee that you'll see inside of the like teacup style mug of the 2 different coffees here. I die cut that out of the darker Kraft Speckletone, as well as what will be the kind of like cardboard sleeve around my to-go cup or to-go version of my coffee. Anyway, so to add a little bit more texture to these card stock die cuts, I grabbed some distress inks and my little Trinity Stamps blending brush, and I used antique linen on the lighter Speckletone cardstock pieces, and I used tea dye on the darker. So now that all my pieces are ready to go for my first coffee cup, I'm going to start layering everything together. I'm just following the number on the back of my dies to know the order in which everything goes. So 1 through, I believe, 6 for my first coffee cup. I did not do too much variation. If you look at the dies themselves, they're like a lot darker and a little bit more, change and variation of the coffee cups. But I just wanted something that looked, like a cardboard to go a coffee cup or a paper to go coffee cup with its cardboard sleeve. And then I wanted a very simple cup of coffee, which is more like the latte style for this second cup here. So I have my first one done. I think it looks really cute, even though I didn't do a lot of color variation in the cardstock or even with the ink blending. I love the texture that these dies give just by the different layers and the shadows that are created when you glue all the different pieces of these dies together. So after my first to-go cup, I'm going to start on my little latte cup of coffee. Again, just following the numbers of the dies to make sure that I get the layers in the correct intended order. Of course, you could always, modify these or not use all the layers depending on the look that you're going for, but I did like having the different dimension. I will say making 12 of these, 6 of each, is a lot of work. So if you're going to make these cups for your sheet load of cards, just keep that in mind. You're going to need a little time to glue and layer all of these pieces together. But I think it's really worth it in the end. They look really cool, and I just love all the detail, like I said, that the different layers give these 2 cups of coffee. So once my cups are done, I'll go ahead and put all of this away. Oh, I guess I need to talk about my steam. Again, I brought in some Pashmina, which is a light gray cardstock. All of my cardstock that I'm using is from Cardstock Warehouse, and I just layered those 2 pieces. I cut them out of the same gray. I didn't do any ink blending on them. I kept them as is. I thought that was fine. So now I'm going to start working on layering everything together and figuring out placement of my coffee mug. I thought that the wood grain just looked a little too kind of plain and boring. You couldn't really tell what was going on. So I grabbed my tea-dye Tim Holtz Distress ink pad and I just rubbed it against the texture and also on the edges of the cardstock. And that I thought just kind of brought the wood grain to life a little more. You can see it a little better. So there I have those ready to go, but I wanted to add some sentiments. So I printed out Emergency Card Kit 74, just the strips. I only did 1/2. I had the PDF version downloaded and I added a white box on the right so it wouldn't print out anything more than I wanted, which is 1 set of the strip sentiments in 1 set or 1 font that I like the best. And I printed them out on a sheet of the Kraft cardstock, and I am just trimming these strips down so they're all ready to go. There's more than what I need, but I'm going to pick 12 that I like best out of all of the different sentiments, and then I will narrow down which ones I want to use more for the to-go coffee mug style and which ones I want to use for the cup of coffee or the latte on the right. So for this first one, for today's example, I'm using the Wishing You a Highly Caffeinated Birthday, and I'm going to now layer all of my pieces together. Once I have an idea of the way that my sentiment is going to tie in and overlap everything, I'm going to grab foam adhesive. So I'm going to use some slightly thinner than average foam adhesive to back the top and bottom of my wood grain embossed little piece of cardstock here. It is going to attach to the large background panel, the pattern paper panel. And so there are 2 other pieces of paper in between that will cause some dimension and some room, and I just want to attach the foam to the dark brown pattern paper in the background for the most part. So I am just applying the foam to the top and bottom. Then I'm going to grab some sentiment strips. Nope, I'm going to grab some foam strips, and this one is 2 millimeters thick. This is a 1/8 strip from scrapbook.com, and I'm going to add that to the back of the sentiment strip that I have printed and trimmed out with my little paper trimmer, and I'm attaching this to the card. Now I didn't trim off the left and right yet because I knew that it would go to the edge of the card on the right, and the left ended up being short enough that it tucked behind my coffee cup so you can't even see it, so I didn't worry about it. And then I'm going to grab my 1 millimeter thin foam adhesive. I know, too many different layers here. Use what you have. You don't need all these different dimensions. I just didn't want to make it even thicker, but I still wanted foam, so that's why I use different thicknesses when I layer different areas on my card with foam adhesive. But I'm using a really thin one, 1 millimeter thick, to attach now my coffee cup to the panel on the left side. My sentiment is going to extend past the right, so I'm just going to use some scissors. I'm sorry I'm off camera here, but just to trim it so it's flush to the edge of this panel. that really kind of finishes off my card. So here's how I adapted it for a 4x6. You can see I just took my paper trimmer and cut it to where it would be hidden behind that Kraft cardstock panel that I embossed, and you can't even tell that I forgot to modify the dimensions for my pattern paper, that strip across. And then the back panel itself, I did remember to trim that correctly. So that measures slightly smaller than 4x6 for the Kraft Roulette parameters. It's a 1/4 inch smaller, so it's 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. So now that I have my cards ready, you can see I added the warmest birthday wishes sentiment, and I did the more like teacup mug style for this one. I'm going to go ahead and attach these to my card bases. I'm using my A7 ruler with the 1/8 notch to get my panel nice and centered onto my card bases. So I have my 4x6 card and then my good old regular A2 card base for the sketch. So I'm going to end up making 11 like the one on the bottom, and then I have my one for Kraft Roulette on top. For some final touches, I'm adding some mint gloss pops of color. I did 3 on the pattern paper just above my sentiment strip, and that will finish off my cards. Here's a final look at how they turned out just after I finished tapping the back to kind of round out the pops of color. But here is the A2 size with my sentiment, my to-go cup. I love the pattern paper and the touch of mint blue with the browns on the card. Here is what they will kind of look like with the cup of coffee, the latte style coffee, just slightly larger for Kraft Roulette parameters. Let me know which cup of coffee you prefer out of the two, the to-go cup or the latte kind of teacup style coffee, or maybe it's tea. Let me know which one you like more in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll click like, and if you're new here, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. As always, you can find everything I use down below in the description box. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye!